Hello, my name is Muhoza from Engineering Biomedical Laboratory Science in Level 3A. So I'm going to present on Applied Immunology assignment from question 5 up to question 8. So let us start on question 5. Question 5, as we see, question 5 is about immunoregulatory mechanism and principles of immunotherapy. This presentation developed into the intricate world of immunoregulation, focusing on the role of regulated T cells, central tolerance, immune checkpoint, and the regulation of immune response by cytokines. So, this structure shows the immunoregulatory mechanism and principle of immunotherapy. And then, regulated T cells tricks in immune regulation. Immune homeostasis. Tregs suppress overactive immune responses to prevent tissue damage and chronic inflammation. And prevention of autoimmunity by tregs ensure self-tolerance by suppressing immune responses against self-antigens. So here are tregs which are essential for immune balance. We have pathogen response, allergy and inflammation, transplant tolerance, and stem immunity. Let us start on pathogen response. Pathogen response here involves the tregs moderate the immune response during infection and then balancing the pathogen clearance and the tissue protection. So for allergy and inflammation, these tregs regulate responses to environmental allergens and inflammatory stimuli, reducing the risk of allergic disease. And then transplant tolerance, these tregs help prevent transplant rejection by suppressing immune response and non-self tissue. Tregs help prevent transplant rejection by suppressing immune responses against non-self tissues. And then thermal immunity. Here tregs can suppress anti-thermal immunity and then making them a potential target for the immunotherapy. So let us go on question 6, which deals with central tolerance. Central tolerance, we have different steps for central tolerance. The first one is negative selection. For negative selection, T cells that recognize self-antigens with high affinity undergoes apoptosis. As we know, apoptosis, it is programmed cell damage or cell death. And then the second step is treg development. For the treg development, these T cells that recognize self-antigens with low affinity becomes tregs. At the second stage, T cells may recognize a self-antigen with low affinity becomes tregs. And then the third one involves the B cell deletion energy. Here, B cells that bind stronger to self-antigen are either rendered inactive. And then by understanding autoimmunity, this structure shows where the autoimmunity is when the immune system mistakenly attacks its own cells. So this structure shows the B cell activation, where we have it's a stage that shows how B cells will be activated. So now let us see on the first one, like immune system misdirection. The immune system mistakenly targets self-antigens, and then the second one is inflammation and damage. For inflammation and damage, immune attacks immune may attack and cause inflammation and damage to tissues. So when immune attacks the cells, they cause inflammation and damage to the tissues. And then we have disease development. Disease development, here the body's own immune system attacks healthy cells and tissue, leading to disease. Here it's a mistaken way where the body's own immune system attacks the healthy cells and tissue, leading to disease. And then this is autoimmune disease structure, where it affects it causes Hashimoto's thyroiditis, asthma, rheumatoid arthritis, and psoriasis, celiac disease, systematic lupus erythematosus, and multiple sclerosis. So these are the common autoimmune disease. For looking at each one, we have rheumatoid arthritis, which is caused by immune attack on the joint lining. So as we see, this is where rheumatoid arthritis are located. And we have systematic lupus erythematosus. This disease is caused by immune attack on multiple organs. And then, as we see, this it is located here. And for clinical manifestation of systematic lupus erythematosus, we have pain, fatigue, kidney problems. And for multiple sclerosis, it is caused by immune attack on nerve fibers, as we see here. And for clinical manifestation of multiple sclerosis, we have coordination difficulties. So the coordination will be difficult if we have this multiple sclerosis disease. And for the question 7, we have immune checkpoints. Immune checkpoints are regulators of immune responses. And here we have different steps for immune checkpoints. As we see, this structure shows the immune checkpoints. So for the first step, we have immune hemostasis. Immune hemostasis, here we maintain a balance in immune responses and preventing excess activation. For immune hemostasis, maintain balance in immune responses. So after maintaining balance in immune responses, there will be a prevention of excess activation. And then for the second one, we have autoimmunity prevention. For autoimmunity prevention, there is inhibit excess responses to prevent the immunity from attack health tissues. For autoimmunity prevention, inhibit excess responses to prevent the immune system from attacking health tissues. Yes, as we know, autoimmunity is a disease caused by a mistake when the immune system mistakenly attack its own cells and cause disease. So for autoimmunity prevention, this inhibits excess responses to prevent the immune system from attacking health tissues. For the next one, we have cancer immunotherapy. For cancer immunotherapy, we have checkpoint inhibitors like anti-PD-1 and anti-gamma immunity. So this structure will show us well what immune checkpoints will do in our immune responses. And then we have question 8, which cytokines. Question 8 is about cytokines. So let us look together what cytokines do. Cytokines perform a different role in our body. So let us see one by one. The first one is immune cell communication. This cytokines facilitate communication and activation between immune cells. Cytokines in our body helps to facilitate communication and activation between immune cells. So like we will consider on this. Also cytokines have another role like regulation of inflammation. For regulation of inflammation, pro-inflammatory cytokine initiate and amplify inflammation, while anti-inflammatory cytokines dissolve it. And we have development and differentiation. For development and differentiation, these cytokines influence the development and the differentiation of immune cells and shaping their functions. Also, cytokines helps in inducing inflammatory responses. Also, it may help us in regulation of hemostasis, for cell differentiation and cell proliferation. Also, this cytokines will help us for development of innate immunity, and also it helps for the regulation of for the regulation of duration of the immune responses. Yeah, so we have a cytokine in immune responses. As we know, we have adaptive immunity and the pathogen response. For adaptive immunity, cytokine may activate T cells and promote antibody production by B cells. Yeah, this cytokine may go and activate T cells and promote antibody production by B cells. Yeah. And for pathogen response, cytokines tailor immune responses to a specific pathogen, like interferons against viruses. So that's how a cytokine perform its role in immune responses. So yeah, this is our references where you can find what I'm talking in this presentation. Yeah, thank you.